Very good evening and welcome to Sky Blue Fans TV. Well, there were just 3 of the goals which have led to 50. Yes, 5-0. The old 5-0. Massive record broken. We seem to be breaking records all the time here. And another 50 goals. I mean, what can you say about that? Look, it's absolutely unbelievable when you say it, because you struggle to think, well, you know, the season so far and who scored all them goals. Well, they've gone all throughout the team, not just one individual or 2 or 3 individuals. All of the team are scoring goals from everywhere, and that's what made the season so far so successful. We've got a full panel tonight to discuss that 3-1 win over Charlton Athletic, and let's bring them all in and get it going. We've also got a competition for you, by the way, guess the player. We'll bring that up in a minute, and you can get your guesses in, and we'll do the draw at the end of the show. Right, good evening, Milesy.
Evening all.
The big 5-0, mate. The big 5-0.
And top of the league.
And top, well, of course, top of the league, yeah. 10 points, yeah. 10 points clear. Well, what can we say? Claudio, come in. He's normally got a lot to say. The big 5-0, mate. The big 5-0.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I'm the big 6-0 at the minute, aren't I? And, yeah.
You're a bit older than that, yeah. But yeah, it's just looking so good at the minute. Jack, good evening.
Evening, guys.
Evening. Goals galore, 50. What was your view of the 50 goals? Were you aware? We were sure.
Yes.
Yes?
I think we spoke about it on Thursday, the fact it was 47, and I predicted 3-0. I wanted to get to the 50 in November. That was great. And you're talking about Claudio's 60. I'm only 25, so I'm only half of the 50.
I was just about to say that. You're half his age, so exactly. Now, here's a man who's seen plenty of goals throughout the city, his city games up and down the country. Welcome, CJ.
Hello.
Hello, mate. You all right? 50 goals, could you believe it?
Yes.
Yes?
I wouldn't have believed it a few months ago, but I do now.
You have to pinch yourself and think, well, 50 goals, where they're just mad, isn't it, when you think about it? You know, from the start of the season. And it's just crazy. But look, it's happened, and that's where we are. We're top of the league, 10 points clear, goal average, which is going to be worth at least a couple of points, I think, come the end of the season as well, because it's catch as if you can, really, isn't it? That's what it's all about. We'll start with Milesy then. Good evening, mate.
Yeah, good evening, everybody.
Yes. Let's give your team selection, because was it any surprise with the team selection? Because Rodoni came back, didn't he? Started. Obviously, we had a bit of a blow with a couple of injuries, but we didn't expect Hadji Wright to start, did we? Because he's been out. He's going to be out for a while, but he may be back next week. But Rodoni in, Mason Clark started as well. Were you happy with that?
So I'm going to touch on this now, because I was talking about this before the game, and I thought that he would start because we knew sort of Sakamoto had a bit of a concussion from Tuesday. So I thought he was going to play Kessler Hayden out wide. And I probably, to balance it, to keep it balanced, because I thought it was a bit unbalanced on the right. And then I know you couldn't really drop Eccles, but I thought he might drop Eccles to bring Rodoni in. That's what I thought he was going to start with. I was surprised that he only brought Rodoni in, didn't he, really? He only, he switched that one around, to be fair. And it sort of, that was the biggest surprise. I really thought he was going to try and balance the wing out, and the way to do that would have been Kessler Hayden to come in, but he didn't do that. So, yeah, it was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought Rodoni, I wasn't too sure whether Rodoni would be fully fit, because he's only just come back, hasn't he? But to be fair, he did okay. That was my biggest concern. You don't want to rush. You don't want to rush players back, do you? And that's obviously.
It was the right game. It was the right game to bring him back. That's why I thought, with 2 players being out, that's why I thought he would have gone that route with Kessler Hayden and then Rodoni in the number 10 role, where Eccles was filling in. And you've got to get the minutes into Rodoni because we've got Ipswich, we've got Southampton coming up, we've got 3 tough games now. I think the thing is for me is I think Rodoni's come back a little bit later than we would have liked to go into this game because he's not 100% fit yet. So, but then again, 72 minutes he got in his legs at the weekend. So really good. And for someone who hasn't played a lot of football, I thought he was good. You've missed him. You do know you missed him. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the team selection.
Yeah. Okay, we'll come to Jack then now. Just give your views. Well, obviously, the first half, please, and also your view on. Obviously, I think personally, we missed Sakamoto. I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Rodoni was not up to speed yet. We all know the levels that Rodoni can and has reached, and he's not there yet. And that will come from match fitness, match sharpness. He's not played properly in a couple of months, is it now, or 6 weeks, whatever it is. So that will
9 games. 9 games, I think. Yeah.
2 months-ish then. He's a completely different type of player to Sakamoto's. Games where Asante's played out on the wing, and you just get something different because they're different style. Asante and Mason Clark are probably the most similar players when they've been playing on the wing. So don't lose too much when they swap because you know what you're expecting. Whereas it was such a difference. We did miss Sakamoto, but we didn't because we won and we scored 3 goals. So
I just thought he's a threat though, isn't he, Sakamoto?
Absolutely.
But I just thought if he was playing on Saturday, he would have give their fullbacks a bit of a roasting. I thought, but
yeah, we'd have tore them a new one completely. So it's just a completely different dynamic you're going to get. Rodoni drifts into the centre quite a lot. It left Milan a lot more space out on the wing, but again, that's a bit of a different dynamic to what he's used to. So look, it worked, didn't it? We scored 3 goals, we got 3 points. That's the main thing. How long is he going to be out for? We hope that's it. We hope he's back for Ipswich because I fear that if Rodoni is playing out on the wing against Ipswich, they might be able to deal with it a bit better than Charlton can.
Yeah. I thought also, I mean, I don't know what you think about Eccles. I mean, Eccles, he did okay. For me, I thought every time he played, to be honest, he did okay for us. He gets a lot of stick. The guy that sits by me, he doesn't like him very much, and he's always having to go at him.
Well, look, Eccles has scored 2 goals in his last 2 home games, and he had a header at Middlesbrough that he probably should have scored with as well. So, 2 goals in 3 games, 2 and 2 at home, and could have been a 3rd away.
Yeah,
the lad's brilliant at the moment. He probably will end up missing out to Rodoni when Sakamoto comes back on that right-hand side, but we just know that we've got a player in there that has come on leaps and bounds. We all said about 4 years ago wasn't good enough, and he's just got better and better. And Frank knows the sort of player he is. He's a very similar style player to Frank, and that's what he's being moulded into. He's got goals in him. He's got that natural instinct. The finish was lovely. He just took the time, took one touch, and just placed it in that bottom corner. It was, that's fantastic. If Josh Eccles 3-4 years ago wouldn't have done that, he'd have blasted it over the bar or fumbled it or something. So, again, it shows where these players have come from and got to.
Did we freeze then?
I think we did a little bit.
We did freeze a little bit. Sorry, say that last bit again about Josh Eccles. I missed that.
Wow. He's come on leaps and bounds basically from where he was 4 years ago, and that's thanks to Frank and the team.
Yeah. Okay. We had a goal down, didn't we? And it's no surprise, even when we go a goal down, to be honest, these days, that we're going to come back. I was quite confident we'd come back. I was nowhere at any stage fearing that we're going to lose that game. I was quite confident we were going to come back. It was just a matter of when we were going to score. And we managed to get 2 before half-time, which was great, going in at half-time leading, which was brilliant. But it's a bit disappointing to concede the goal in the first place. It was a bit of a poor goal, really, from our standards, don't you think?
Who are you coming to on that one?
Who are you on, Jack?
It's still me. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we were pretty sloppy, weren't we? It took us half an hour to get into the game, I thought. A bit like West Brom, where after half an hour-ish, we were 2 goals down. We could have been 2 goals down after half an hour. It wasn't for the penalty shout as well. We'll come to that. Just want to say, Stevie Wonder getting his refereeing badges. Fair play to the guy. Cracking. And the lino as well. David Blunkett on the lines. Look, we could have been 2, potentially 3 goals down. I think that's the only 3 genuine chances they had all game, and it all came in that first half an hour. It's almost like the defence are taking half an hour to get into the game, because I've watched those goals back today and we're all over the place. I mean, it's not often Milan gets beat for pace by 1, so that's not going to happen every week. But the organisation, I mean, the goal we conceded was a bit unlucky, wasn't it? It pinged around a bit and missed 3 players and got through to their striker. So that's not going to happen every game. So we just need to wake up a little bit and start the game stronger at the back, and we'll go and win these games to 0. Like you say, I wasn't concerned we were going to lose that. We could have scored. We could have conceded a second, and I was still not going to be that convinced that we were going to lose it. So the goal scoring says it all at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah. Claudio, good evening. What was your view of the first half? Because you were sitting in the comfy seats again, weren't you? So you had a good view of everything.
That first half is so similar to a lot of the first halves we've had this season, I think.
Yeah.
Especially when we keep going behind. But a bit like Jack, I thought we went 1 behind. You always felt like we were going to create chances anyway, because even before they scored, the ball flashed across their box a couple of times. We've got goals all over the park now. You know, they can all sort of muck in. I just wish Jay De Silva would shoot when it's clean through, pretty much. I think 3 times in the first half he did brilliantly, didn't he? Gets in the box, just hits me right foot. It can go anywhere, can't it?
Have a shot,
absolutely anywhere. But yeah, I mean, like Jack says, sloppy goal from a set piece again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's weird because we've got 2 guys at the back who are very good at heading, and sometimes they don't take charge, and I think they need to there. So that's just a bit of organisation there, I think.
Yeah.
And when you watch it back, I mean, it just lands perfectly for the lad, doesn't it? And he puts it away. But frustrating. That kind of side of our game is frustrating this season. Although we haven't conceded that many goals, really, compared to other teams.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's very true.
It's kind of nitpicking, really, isn't it?
Yeah, we can't moan. We've got to be positive, and we are positive. We try to be positive, and there's nothing really we can't really complain too much, can we? The amount of goals that's gone in. I say we've scored 50 goals now. So,
and the way we play, we're going to be hit on the break. We push that far up, don't we? And also, do you know we only gave away 3 fouls on Saturday?
Did we?
3 fouls all match, which
That's
is
the
nuts.
3 fouls. Yeah, that the referee gave.
Yeah.
Because he missed a bit as well.
And they gave away 3 penalties that weren't given. So.
So it's quite disciplined, really, in some ways.
Yeah, and good evening, CJ. How are you, mate? You all right?
Okay, thanks.
And what did you see of that first half? And we scored 2 goals, good goals really from Eccles. Good strike from Eccles, and old man, the main man, Ellis Simms, getting on the score sheet again.
Yeah, I think there's only been 1 game this season where he's started and not scored, and that's he got 2 assists at Pompey.
Yeah.
He's the best goals per minute striker in the league at the moment, isn't he? By some way. And he's really kind of got going, hasn't he, in the last few games? And you can't drop him. So
I think his work rate as well. His work rates.
Yeah. I mean, I still think his best performance was probably Pompey. I think
Pompey. I agree.
He's brilliant and didn't score, did he? But like I say, he got 2 assists. So, but then I think their goal it wasn't great, was it at all?
No,
we've conceded a few sloppy goals.
As Claudio say, the way we play, we're going
to be more open.
Yeah,
I mean, Torp, the way he's playing his way to get himself a statue, and I think he was during that bit of play. I think he was actually auditioning to be one. He just seemed to just stand there and just watch him. I think it kind of bounced off one player, and he just still stood there and then he just put it in, didn't he? And I think I think then you had the penalty, which I think what summed up the referee, the officials completely. Really, what summed them up was the fact that penalty wasn't given, and then what was it, about 3 or 4 minutes later? It seemed like Simms kicked the ball out of play, and then they gave us a corner. Which is equally as bizarre a decision. I think it's really strange, but it was just a very strange performance from the officials. It's not the worst we've seen, but it's certainly nowhere near the best.
It was a crazy decision because obviously it's going to be a red card as well, isn't it?
It should be,
and whether the referee, he sort of made an instant decision and said no. I mean, he didn't really. And the liner as well didn't give him any help. Well, he's assistant referee, if you like, supposed to assist the referee. He didn't do much assisting, did he?
I mean, how the liner didn't see that, I don't know.
Yeah, he had a better view of it. Even if the referee's view was blocked by whatever, the liner should definitely have seen it, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because most of the people in the stadium seen it, and I think you could tell by the Charlton defender the way he was sort of got up. And, thinking, I got away with that one. Yeah, sort of thing. It was mad, absolutely mad. It's one of the craziest decisions I've ever seen. And we haven't had many penalties. How many penalties we had? Just the one this season. So scored 50 goals and 1 penalty. Out of that's 1 pen. That's mad, isn't it? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And I don't know about you, CJ. I mean, you've seen Cov go down 1-0 plenty of times in the past, haven't you? In plenty of games, like myself and the others. And you feel, oh God, we could lose this. But I never ever thought we were going to lose that game.
No. Same against West Brom as well.
Yeah.
I just don't feel, even if we went 2-0 down, I wouldn't feel that worried. I think part of that is thinking, well, even if we lose today, we're still going to be miles ahead. So, I think that's part of it. It's not really a major concern if we lose today, but then going 1-0 down doesn't worry me at all now. I just think we're averaging almost 3 goals a game, so realistically, every so often there's going to be the odd game where we only score 1, but more often than not, we know we're going to be scoring 2 or more. So if we go 1-0 down, we know we're going to be okay.
We have had 2 0-0 draws out of them games as well.
We have. That was a couple of months ago, but but even so, and there was the 1-0 against Blackburn, wasn't there, around that time as well? So that was very early on. So I think I don't think there's anything to be worried about going 1-0 down. Just shows the character of the team. And how they come back and calling the Roy Keane, we're showing a lot of character,
confidence. It's just brilliant. Everything's brilliant at the minute. Okay, we've got plenty of comments. Shall we keep on top of the comments, Claudio?
We'll do. If I have trouble getting them up, someone will have to take over.
You got a croaky voice, I noticed. You got a bit of a cold.
Yeah. Mark Reed says, "Hey guys from Texas." Hey guys from Texas. That's not a Texas accent, is it?
No, that's not a Texas accent. No.
Nowhere near.
Oh,
that sounds like the Goon is. Hey, you guys. Home again for Christmas. 12 points between now and Jan. It's really looking good. Oh, dear. It started already. Uncle Jonga, that ref and linesman from the first half who waved away that clear penalty on Milan, need naming and shaming. Totally incompetent. Should be sacked off. Yes, absolute rubbish.
That's Mr. Webb, body name his name, wasn't it? Mr. Webb.
Saturday night. We all agree Lampard is better than Robbins. We all agree Lampard is better than Robbins.
Bit of a song there.
He was. Well, he definitely was this weekend. Lots of super Franks. Assassins United loves him. Rich T, he says, could win again. Less game for others to catch us up. Injuries building, which is a bit of a worry.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that a bit later on.
I mean, regarding injuries, I think I think all the clubs are the same, aren't we?
Yeah.
Rich T thought crowd were a bit flat Saturday, but interestingly, an excellent Charlton vlog still said we were the best home supported scene all season. I think it depends where you are, because when you listen to some of the stuff coming from Singers Corner, it sounds loud. Just depends where you are on the ground, I think, sometimes.
Yeah.
You're not going to get 29,000 fans singing constantly throughout a game of football. It never happens. It never, ever happens in England.
No.
I disagree with you on that.
Well, you may. Paul Cutterford, injuries started to creep in, so we need some bench warmers in January to boost the squad.
Well, what would you say then? Why, Miles? Why do you disagree?
Because when we went to Blackpool a few seasons ago, when it was Gusama's first season, and we started singing his song, we didn't shut up for 90 minutes.
Yeah, but you're full of ale. Yeah,
no, we weren't. It was midweek. It was midweek. It was a bloody midweek game.
Yeah, but home support rarely. Yeah, you don't get home support at any ground. Going for 90 minutes. It's very rare.
I must admit, the away support I think can be a lot better than the home support at times. What do you think? CJ's been to plenty of away games. I mean, what do you think between home and away fans? Do you think the support is better or louder away from home than at home?
Typically, you're always going to get more noise from when you're away, aren't you? Always. Yeah. Because ultimately you're all in there. You're on somebody else's patch.
Yeah, and you want to.
It's that invader mentality, isn't it? Where you're invading and you want to make yourself known, plant your flag.
Yes, absolutely.
Do the Graham Souness on the centre circle, maybe. But yeah, it's very much that mentality where you want to make there's less. But in 99 out of 100 cases, there's less of you than them, so you want to kind of still be louder than them. So
I think the worst one when you're an away fan, I think, is Swansea, because it's split. Although you're on the same stand, there's like a massive giant walkway, and you're split, and QPR as well, because you got your upstairs.
It's a whole bit like that.
Yeah, Hall, they separate you, don't they? They put some of you on the side, some of you, and you sometimes hear the top singing, then the bottom try to sing along, and then it all gets muddled up and stuff like that.
Saying that, at Sunderland, because they shove you up in the top, don't they, at Sunderland, we still made ourselves heard there, though, didn't we? We could still hear it, even though we were up in the rafters. You could still hear them on the telly, the Cov fans, in that semi-final. Yeah. We were certainly loud enough. So... Yeah. More comments? Or hold on 1 minute. Let me just tell everybody about this competition we've got going before we forget. Who's that player there, please? Who is it? Who is it?
It's Gordon Strachan.
Who is that?
It's Gordon Strachan.
Just put you there. It's not Gordon Strachan. I'll tell you that. Might be that era though.
It is that era, yeah.
But who's that anyway? And let us know in the comments, please. And we've got to do the draw at the end of the program. You can win yourself a mug.
I reckon that's Amadou Bakayoko.
When we get them delivered, eh?
Amadou Bakayoko.
You know what? We all thought that kit looked great. It looks awful.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I hated the collar on that kit.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see if Claudia's got one actually, but has he got one there? Oh, there you go.
It's hanging here, isn't it? It looks better in the flesh. And the trouble with the sky blue kits we've had, the shorts and the shirts never matched. Sorry, the shorts and socks were never quite right with the shirts sometimes. The colour match. Anyway, shall I read more comments?
Yeah, go on.
Ryan Matthew J, I say it every week, but I never thought I'd see us walk the league like this. It's honestly astonishing. I'm reading the stars one. I'm presuming Jack's starring these comments.
Not me.
I have. I've been doing it.
Robert Mason says Simms 5 goals for November, EFL Player of the Month. Bobby and Tatsing with a shout. I thought Bobby Thomas was brilliant yesterday.
Yeah, he was.
Wayne Littlewood, 50 goals, absolute madness, brilliant. Assassin United, is Miles signing Super Frank?
No, singing.
Is it singing?
Singing.
Oh, it says, sorry.
Yeah.
Are you singing it yet?
Nope.
No. Is it because you don't know the words?
No, it's because I don't. Are you singing that yet, CJ?
What, Super Frank?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably in the first game. In his first game, I was singing that.
I'm being too hard then, am I?
Yes,
No.
definitely. You've got to start singing Super Frank.
Gavson Legrand, we should fear nobody in this league. Ipswich or Preston, they should fear us. We are top of the league for a reason. Yeah, I don't fear him. Lee Lishman, amazing how we're top and 10 points clear with the same team that just made the playoffs last season with a couple of extra squad players. Hope now we've got a strong side fit for Ipswich away.
Yeah.
This is from Cov 9290. If it comes up on the screen. Assuming Sakamoto starts Saturday, who starts, Rodoni or Eccles, considering Eccles' current goal scoring form? Rich T, Rudy's shoulder is a worry. Every time he falls to the floor, he seems to suffer with it. I thought he was holding his wrist, to be honest, when he came off.
No, he was holding his shoulder.
Shoulder, I saw his shoulder, yeah. Bit of a worry.
The thing with Eccles, I didn't think it was working, to be honest, with Rodoni out there, because he wasn't staying out wide. So when Eccles looked like he was injured, I actually thought, he's not playing badly, but the balance of the team didn't seem right with Sakamoto missing. Yeah. So I actually thought he was going to bring on Kessler Hayden then and Rodoni in the middle of the park, because basically the first 20 minutes Rodoni kept going in the middle of the park, didn't he? And I just thought Milan was doing the work of two players down that wing. Yeah, there was nobody in front of him for ages. But they sorted it out in the end because he did stay out wide. 50 goals, Super City, 50 goals. I say 50 goals. I wish I hadn't started this now. Super City playing football the Lampard way. Yeah, we're going to talk about every goal, aren't we? Every each one. So goal one. What do you remember of goal one?
I was going to ask you what your favourite out of 50 was, actually.
I can't remember. I can't remember the goals from yesterday now. There's that many.
Ask us another night when you've prepped it better and we go, right, we'll go and watch all 50 and then we can decide, can't we?
Well, there's been so many good ones. You struggle to pick one, wouldn't you?
Do you remember what the first goal of the season was?
CJ, do you?
Question.
CJ, do you? Hey?
It was Derby. We went 1-0 at Derby. I can't remember who scored it.
Well, in the league, yeah. In the league, it was.
Was it right?
In the league, yeah.
Is it Wright's penalty?
It's actually Wright's penalty.
Nope.
No, yeah.
Bobby Thomas, free kick come in from top. Keeper flapped it straight at Bobby Thomas's head, and it flew in the goal.
Ah, right. Yes.
Although technically, the first goal of the season was Ellis Simms against Luton in the cup.
In the cup, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Started as he meant to go on.
That seemed a long, long time ago.
It does, Ken. Lee Lishman, just wondered if Simms gets injured, who we'd put up front as an emergency striker if Frank can replicate the form from November 28th to the end of this last season now. We'll go up easy. We'll go up by March if he does that.
Well, surely that answer's easy. Surely the answer's Bobby Thomas.
What was going on with him yesterday? Because he turned into like a Rivaldo Robin hybrid. He seemed to be able to sprint down the wing and play these balls in, and then he was, I don't know, doing all this mad crazy stuff in the box.
Yeah,
he just I don't know what got into him.
Yeah,
I think he was probably trying to make up for his own goal he scored on Tuesday night at Middlesbrough.
Yeah,
still probably annoyed about. I was just about to swear then. Still probably annoyed about that, I suppose.
Well,
right, I'm going to read out these next 5 quickly, and then I'll let you do what you want to do, Ken. Ralph Wiggins, absolutely spot on. Jack Eccles is a good midfield player and adaptable. Fordy says, depending on Rudoni, I would start Eccles just to protect Rudoni if possible, and start KKH if Sakamoto is still out. Oasis says, Jack, please don't compare Eccles to Lampard. They're not similar and not even close. Steve Curry, after Charlton scored, we upped the ante and bossed the second half. And Mark Cunningham says, how the ref and linesman missed the penalty was shocking. Right. Back to you, Ken.
Okay, just a reminder. I just want to know who that player is, please, in the competition. Just get your answers in on the comments, please, and we'll do a draw at the end of the show. Just who that is, please. It's quite an easy one. Quite an easy one for most people. Although Jack probably won't remember him, but no.
I've got no idea at
DJ definitely knows him. And so
we sold him to the team we were playing 2 days later.
Oh, right, okay.
I think he played.
And Miles definitely knows him as well, don't you?
I think.
It's Ron Atkinson's first signing, I think.
Oh, yeah. Could well be. You're right. Yeah. That's a little bit of a clue there. Okay, Miles, let's just go second half then. Performance. We come out, second half, bossed it, didn't we? And I think, to be honest, could have had a few more goals, couldn't we?
Do you know what? No, I disagree. I think we didn't even get out of third bloody gear yesterday. It was a game where I thought that we knew we could win it, and we didn't want to risk too much. And we didn't want to give too much away because we knew that there'd be scouts watching from Ipswich, watching the game to take back to Ipswich. And we I thought we were, I think we said backstage, even Jack said it, I think it was probably the most boringest game we've had this season, to be honest with you. I thought it was pretty boring. I thought we were quite slow in building up. Yes, we got 2 goals in the first half, which is great. And I just think that we just went out there to do enough and to bring the 3 points home. And that's how I've seen the game go. And it seemed to take an age to get the third. And you were sat there and you were thinking, if they just catch us on the break here, we could concede another goal, because that's what's been happening. But we did get hold of the ball. We were passing it around, but it wasn't quick enough for me yesterday. And it was great to get the third goal, because we definitely needed it, but it took too long to come, that third goal. I think we were literally, it was a busy week. That was a hell of a week. That was, you go 2-0 down against West Brom. We come back from it. We win it. You go to Middlesbrough, long journey. People ain't getting home. Fans weren't getting home till 2:30 in the morning. It's a long old trek. The players ain't going to be back till late. And they put all their effort into that game. And I just thought that we did enough yesterday to get over the line and get the 3 points. And someone put in the comments earlier about the atmosphere is a bit flat at times. And I think that's why, because of the performance level wasn't where it was for the other 2 games. So it was great to get a third goal, but I think they were conserving their energy, ready to go again next week, because we've got a week off. And it was cracking corner that come in for the second goal, wasn't it? Simms's header. I mean, Talk crossed that in and he latched onto it. And then Simms has latched onto the rebound. Once again, someone's following in on the rebound, and Simms could have had hat-trick, because I think there was something just after that where the keeper managed to just hold it and Simms was ready to pounce on it again. Yeah. And that's the thing, that someone's there. So it was great that we got the 3 points. It was great we got the 3 goals, but I just thought yesterday, second half, we took our foot off the gas a little bit. Once we got that 2-1 lead, again, it looked like we were going to stick with the 2-1. It looked like that was enough, but then we managed to get a third in the end because I think Lampard was pushing for that third, but the players thought, "Oh, I've done enough." Is that a bit of, what Frank says? We've got to keep going. We've got to just keep going, not sit back, not take it for granted we're going to get all 3 points. And I think when we went 2-1 up, I thought that's what we felt, but it was great that we got the third goal.
Although I agree with you a little bit there, but I didn't think we had any danger whatsoever of losing that game. Jack, did you think we were going to lose that game in the second half? I thought we would. I just think we were in charge of the game. Okay, they could have caught us out a couple of times, but I always got the impression we could go up a gear if we wanted to.
Yeah, I partly agree with Miles in the fact that I don't think we got out of third gear, but I don't think that was from lack of wanting to. I don't think we were purposefully conserving energy. Don't forget, we've had a 3-game week, and I know they're professional athletes, and you can make this point. We've had a
so have Charlton.
Hang on. We've had a 3-game week, and until we made substitutions, we've only used 13 different players that started 3 games, and Alan off the bench would have been a 14th. The Kessler Hayden off the bench in both games would have been a 15th. So between 3 games in a week, we've started 13, well, basically 10 of the same players, and only made 1 change for each of the games. So they might be quite tired, if I'm honest, because Middlesbrough we had to push till the end. The West Brom game, we had to push until at least the third. Yes, that third came quite early in that second half, and we were playing against 10 men. But again, the subs didn't come till after that anyway. So the players were probably feeling a little bit fatigued. Yes, I thought we were in control of the game. Yes, I thought we could have gone up a gear at any point. And yes, I thought if we really needed to turn on the afterburners to improve our goal difference or whatever, we could have gone and got a 4th and a 5th. But for whatever combination of reasons, we didn't really need to, and we didn't. As for being caught out on the break, it was possible. I did say that to my dad. I thought at any point now, if we just caught out a slight lapse of concentration or a slight little bit of, inconsistencies or whatever, they could have snatched the ball off us and broke with the pace that we know they've got, that they showed in the first half, and snatched an equaliser. We did need that third goal. Once that third goal went in, we had a bit of 5 minutes, like Miles said. Simms could have got a hat trick, but we the whole time we were not out of third gear. I don't think that was from lack of trying, but again, we've got a week rest now, so we'll see how we come out the blocks against Ipswich. I think it'll be a lot better and a lot more intense.
Definitely.
Again, we have another 3-game week to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, December is going to be obviously a massive month for us because there's a lot of games squeezed in December, isn't there, to play? A lot of points to be played for. Okay, so we got. I mean, the next 2 games then is Ipswich and Preston. Claudio, massive test, obviously, because Preston, we all know the issues. We have never won there, and Ipswich, the team that everybody expected to be top of the league at the moment, and they're not.
It's going to be a massive test for Ipswich and Preston, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, of course it is, because they'll be scared of us as well. But at the end of the day, I'm concerned about Ipswich still, because I still have a little bit. They have got a good squad, and I just don't think they've quite hit it off yet. But there's always a chance they can put a good run together and get up there. But they obviously lost at Oxford, which was a great result for us. I was very surprised at that, but it was a great result for us. But they seem to be struggling a little bit. But it might be a good time to play on.
Oxford have had really good results at home against top teams this season. They seem to put the effort in for some reason. And Ipswich, yet again, they got caught dawdling at the back. So we've got to press them a little bit, I think. The ball retention isn't great at all when they're trying to play it out from the back. Yeah. As for Preston, they're just hit and miss. We've just got to get over that hurdle. And I think we can. I mean, Saturday, we just don't know. The problem is we haven't got a clue who's fit at the minute.
Well, that's another thing. Yeah, injuries is a problem, isn't it? Because we don't know who's going to play.
And they're and Ipswich. I mean, yeah, they haven't got going. There was everybody's favourites against currently the team who is favourites to win the league. So it will be interesting. But we're in a very good position. And the thing is, we don't need to panic. Even if they win the 2 games against us, it's not going to make much difference at all. We'll still be above them. We just got to be sensible on Saturday, basically. And regarding the way we played in the second half, that Luton side, that Charlton side reminded me of Luton when Nathan Jones was in charge of them. Basically, big strapping lads up front, lots of bullying. Lee Byrne, come on, what a big lump he is.
Yeah.
He's just basically fouling people. We just had to manage that second half. And I think if you were neutral watching that second half, you'd have just thought like Miles was saying, this is a 2-1 win written all over it now.
Yeah.
It was whether or not we were going to get another goal. So I think that was. Yeah, it wasn't a classy performance. It was a good enough performance. And at the minute, I said during the week, we just need to be slightly better than the team we're playing against, and we'll be fine. There's going to be some freak results. There've been freak results all season in this division. But if you look at Middlesbrough's position and Stokes, if we were in that position now, instead of this freaky 10-point lead we've got, that's still a good start to the season. It's just the fact that we've been magnificent, basically, this first 18 games, 19 games, whatever it is, 18 games. It's just nuts, basically. So I think we've got nothing to worry about when we go to Ipswich. He's going to have more to think about because he's going to try and work out which team to play. He's got that many players to choose from. I think that's a problem at the minute. He keeps swapping and changing that many players.
Yeah.
He made a load of changes on Friday. To me, I think you're running out of ideas when you start doing that. He's not happy.
Yeah. No.
Whereas Frank, he hasn't got much choice, has he?
Well, that's the next thing I was going to come on to. CJ, injuries, are they concerning you? Is that the biggest concern you've got going into the next few matches, injuries? Because obviously, Hadji Wright, we don't know whether he's going to be fit. Mason Clark's only just come back from an injury. Radoni's only just come back from an injury, so we can't expect too much of them at the moment. And obviously, Thomas is out as well. So, I mean, what do you think injury-wise? Because we haven't got many to choose from, have we?
Well, I mean, we are. I do think with everybody being fit, I think we're pretty much sorted in most positions, bar left back and centre half, really. But it's just unfortunate we've had a few key players get injured at the same time. I mean, you want to be looking at 2 players per position, and we've kind of got that. Aside from, like I said, left backs, I just don't think. I've said it before, and Bidwell's just nowhere near what we need as a backup. And we've only got 3 centre halves, and we play with 2, don't we? I mean, nobody plays with 1, so it's fairly obvious that we need strengthening there. And I think we've been quite lucky that I know Wolfenden wasn't even on the bench one week, was it? One game. Recently,
that's right, it wasn't. Yeah,
which was a bit strange, but we've been relatively lucky that those 2 positions haven't really been affected yet. But it's tough. At the end of the day, our 2 top scorers are out.
Yeah, it's
like somebody said the other week. What the most annoying thing about Coventry is, Hadji Wright's their top scorer, and then they just create another one in Thomas Asante, and now somebody's saying that about Simms. Oh, the 2 of them are injured. Oh well, Simms is now, he's pushing up to be top scorer. So we just keep creating these top scorers, which is good. So I think we can kind of middle. I don't think Wright's going to be out too much longer, is he? And I think there's obviously
he might be back. Might be available. Yeah, he could be available next week. Hadji, maybe not. 50-50 in it. But my biggest concern is if we get an injury now to Simms, then we haven't really got much of a choice, have we? If we Tim, for example.
No, which is just unfortunate because I mean I always thought Wright as a left-sided forward, to be honest with you, but he's been played through the middle. He's been quite effective there this season, well, more than effective there this season. But effectively Simms as backup. So you've got your two strikers for your one position.
Yeah.
So it's just unfortunate if Simms was to get injured and both players are injured at the same time. It's just that's just unfortunate. It's like last season when he was playing out wide left, right. He was clearly injured, and Pochettino said that in the summer, didn't he? That he'd been injured for quite some time. And I think if it was only because Mason Clark's injury was worse that we started to play right, when really he probably need another month or so. So it's just one of them. At the end of the day, we've just got to deal with it, and we've got to play. We've got to take somebody possibly from the 21s or something just to stick up there, or like Jack said. I mean, Thomas, he started as a striker. So
possibly
when he was 16, 17, I think he was a striker. So
I think we've got to hope. I think he will, and we've got to just hope that Doug will get his checkbook out in January and back Frank Lampard and get a couple of players, which I think he will. Yeah, I think he will, because we're certainly a bit bare bones at the moment, because December's going to be a massive test, loads of games. There's going to be suspensions and stuff like that. I think there's a couple of players on yellow cards, or one game.
Thomas is on 3 now, so we haven't got to worry about him. Interested with regards to that. We targeted. I can't remember who's got booked now for them very early on, but I thought at the start of the game I was hoping we'd target him. Ramsey.
Yeah.
We targeted him from the start. He got booked after 13 minutes, and you could see he was a little bit anxious because he was on 4 bookings before that.
Yeah.
So I think he might have been their only one that started yesterday that was on 4. So you could see that he was anxious initially, and we seemed to target him. We wound him up, and we ended up getting that booking out of him. And it's I think we're like, I think who we got? It's Kitchen. It's
Kitchen. I think it's Kitchen. Yeah, and is it De Silva? I'm not sure. De Silva.
Kitchen got his 4th yesterday, didn't he?
No, Thomas got 4.
No, Thomas got 4.
Oh, was it Thomas got 4 yesterday?
Yeah, so Kitchen's on 4, De Silva's on 4, Bobby's on 4.
Yeah.
So
when's the cut-off?
After Ipswich.
Yeah.
After Ipswich. They've got one game.
So if they all survive Ipswich without a booking, that's then gone, and it's 10.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Right, okay, before we go, we're going to talk about Ellis Simms in a minute, but Claudio, that's more comments, yeah?
Jack's going to read them out.
Oh, you got...
Yeah, I'll take over. He's having a rest, bless him. Scott says, hi, everyone. Hope it's... hope all is... That's a good start, isn't it? Christ. Well, let me start again. Scott Brownsword says, hi, everyone. Hope all is good. Great win. Going to be tough run of December fixtures. If we beat Preston away, this is our season. Gavs de Legrand says, we should fear nobody in this league, Ipswich or Preston. They should fear us. We're top of the league for a reason. We're not just top of the league, are we? We are miles clear. Lee Lishman says, amazing how we're top and 10 points clear with the exact same team that made the playoffs last season. Couple of extra squad players. You read that one out. I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
I'm just going through I'm going through the starred ones, Miles. Claudio wasn't getting rid of them. You're supposed to unstar them when you read them, Claudio.
You can't blame me because I haven't touched anything.
There you go. Right. You haven't heard the new rule. Neck tackles are allowed if you're the last man. Apparently so. If there's one criticism, it's our defending for the first 20 minutes of games recently. I don't know if it's a bit of complacency in the crowd, but the feeling was, that's a shame. We'll score in a minute. Yeah, I agree. That's exactly how I sort of felt. We've conceded. Oh, well, there goes the clean sheet. We better start scoring soon.
I put the hoodoos on that yesterday because I said to Mark White sitting next to me, I says, you got to be looking at a clean sheet here today. Minute later, bang, they scored. I went, oh, brilliant. That's gone out the window.
Well, we all predicted a 0, didn't we? So you went 5-0. Ken, Claudia, and myself all went 3-0, and Vicky went 4-0. So they were obviously going to score because we all said 0.
Yeah.
Mark Rainbow says, here's a quiz question for you. 2 of the starters yesterday haven't been credited with an assist. Can you name them? I know it because I keep a detailed spreadsheet of every game. So any of you 3, can you name them?
haven't been credited with an assist. Well, Rushworth would be one.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the other one will be, I would say, it's not Ellis Simms because he laid one off.
2.
Huh?
DJ, any idea?
No.
It's not somebody quite like very unobvious, is it? It's not like Grimes or something, is it?
No,
Not
it
right.
can't be Grimes. It's definitely Rushworth, and the other one, it can't be Simms because he laid one off to Asante when he ran through it at Portsmouth. So the only other one I can think of is Kitchen.
Correct. Well done, Miles.
Oh, Kitchen.
There you go. Someone pays attention. Gavs to the Grand says, what about all the empty seats in the stadium? From where I sit, I can see there's loads of empty seats, not singular, but at least 4 or 5 together.
That's because they all go down the concourse and have a beer.
Yeah. Can I just say, though, Gavs?
People are on holiday.
Yeah.
Well, they've gone out for the day.
Christmas shopping.
You can see 4 or 5 empty seats, not 4 or 5 empty blocks, like it was about 3-4 years ago. So that is a massive difference. B. Vargas says, I used to live in Ipswich, funnily enough. I lived there quite a long time before moving to Chile in 2015. I'm a Coventry fan. I was born there. Well, excellent. Glad to have you following.
Yeah, thank you.
Rob says, home supporter Leicester were leaving in their droves when Sheffield third goal went in. Brilliant. We've done that, though. We all disappear, after half an hour. Like West Brom, the amount of people that went down for a beer at 2-0.
Yeah.
Sky Blue Sam says, how many sold for Preston? Well, you work for the club, don't you?
The first 2,980 odd have been sold, and then they've given us another 1,900 tickets.
So potentially nearly 5,000 then.
Just under 5,000
on a Tuesday night is unbelievable. Are you going, Ken?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Excellent. What about you, CJ?
No, first 2 games of the season I'm missing is Saturday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Going on holidays?
No, just can't make it.
Fair enough.
Are you going, Jack?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to that one either.
And we know Claudio's not allowed to go, so he won't be going.
No, we're sending Claudio to Southampton just to be as far away as possible.
He's bad.
Mark Rainbow says, a lot of Championship pundits are talking up Ipswich as the other promotion favourites. We would have to lose every game between now and New Year's Day, and then every game, I assume that means, and then win every game to overtake us. Mind blown. Yeah, and also, if we pick up 1 point or Middlesbrough drop any points, we're top at Christmas. That's it. In theory, we could lose all 4 games and we will probably be top at Christmas. How that is unheard of in November. It's unbelievable. Ipswich tend to do well versus Coventry at Portman Road, except when we're in League One.
Yeah, because we won the league at Portman Road.
We did win the league at Portman Road.
I think was it a Matty Godson?
Strange day that day. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Matty. It was weird. CJ, wasn't it weird that day?
Very strange. We all kind of knew, didn't we?
It was just a really weird day because it was.
We all kind of knew that it was coming to an end, and as you know,
that was the last
game
up. We were going to play.
Yeah, it was like COVID, and then it was like you were going. It just felt weird, and then all of a sudden you go 1-0, cracking goal from Matty. I think that was my favourite goal of League One that season because the way he took the goal was just fantastic, and the atmosphere. You stood in that stand. It's got to be one of the. It's worse than Norwich, and you stood in that old stand, and we're all singing, "We're going to win." And you just had goosebumps on your hairs were standing up on your arms. It was unreal, wasn't it, CJ? It was just mad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Can I just say that I'd flown to Japan that day and I'd landed in Japan and then watched the game on my phone at like 3 a.m. or something ridiculous, really early in the morning. So the last time I flew to Japan, we won the league, and I was in Japan last month. Coincidence. Yeah. Shall I fly to Japan next year as well when we're in the Prem just to see what happens?
Yeah. About Easter time, please.
He likes Japan, don't you?
Robert Hill says, what a time to be a Cov fan. Everton fans should be crying out to have him back. I assume he means Simms, as they haven't got a 9 ATM. Let's hope they haven't forgotten him or have forgotten him. He has been a journeyman. Looks like he may be home.
Well, they haven't got a 9 on their cash machine.
Kevin Turner says the gap between us and third is the only thing we need to keep an eye on. 3 weeks ago after Stoke, it was 7. It's nearly doubled after 3 more games. It's now 12. It's unbelievable.
Millwall are closer to Sheffield United in 19th than us.
That's
like that. It reminds me of the tennis. Third place at the moment, the rankings is Zverev, and he's closer to 1,000th in the rankings than he is to second.
That's a crazy
similar
stuff.
sort of thing to that.
It's mental, that is.
Yeah.
Rob says, Miles, can you give City some tips on music leading up to kickoff? Need to create more of an atmosphere. Don't put Our Home on the screen and then play Take Me Home. I'm with Jack on this. Stop playing. Thank you, Rob.
It's the tannoy system that's the problem, not the playlist, I think. And
but it's also the people still having a beer that don't come to their seats early. Like if you take the Sheffield United game, everyone was in their seats ready for the enemy. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and Stuart does a good job, but I think a lot of things have been taken away from him at the moment. So so it's a bit difficult, bless him. No, if you want a new tannoy system, by the way, I've seen that Ipswich are buying a new tannoy system for their ground. It's going to cost £1 million. So do we have a new tannoy system, or do we put that £1 million into the January transfer window and strengthen the team to get us promoted? I know what I would want.
Yeah.
There you go.
For the sake of a few months.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Rich T says, I agree, Miles. Or is it that we have been spoilt with our previous displays? I think that's on the performance.
Yeah.
That one. UK Vox says, if we can win on 3 cylinders, great. We missed Tats, though. I completely agree. Mark Rainbow, while I agree with Jack's point about fatigue taking a bit of the edge yesterday, Frank's never used it as an excuse. Well, he shouldn't, should he, really?
No.
He's the one that's managing that. Yes, he's got a thinner squad than we all want, and we all think we should have based on injuries, but it's not an excuse because everyone's playing on the same parameters, unless you've got 25 players on loan like Chelsea. Gavs de Legrand says Van Eerweg looked very fatigued yesterday.
I think that was to do with because Tats wasn't there to help him. He had to do a lot more yesterday, Milan. I don't know what you thought, CJ, but I thought he had to do a lot more, didn't he?
He did. I mean, what I did think might happen is I think we might see Eccles almost play right back and then have Milan in front of him or kind of overlap. I did think we'd be seeing that sort of thing maybe. I was surprised we ended up like we did. But yeah, they've got a really good rapport, him and Sakamoto. And it's just unfortunate really. We're in a position where he gets injured and Thomas Asante, he's injured. So there's your other right winger, basically.
You've also got to think about the fact that Milan played 250 minutes in a week. You know, he wasn't substituted off. He probably covers the most ground in the team, if I'm honest, as well. So
I think he'd play 250 minutes a game if you asked him to.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So he just doesn't seem to miss any minutes, does he?
Fran Hunter said, I've had to delete my two of my messages because me predictive tits is playing up. Good luck there, Fran.
That sounds like one of yours, Claudio.
Talking about the squad, is Latty going to get any minutes this season? Well, I, for one, hope he doesn't.
I don't think he will. I can't see him getting in ahead of anybody at the moment.
Should we be looking to move him on in January?
Yes.
There's going to be movement. There's got to be movement in January.
You know, he's a
fellow,
well, isn't
let's be honest.
He's not at our level, I don't think.
No, I think we've moved on a lot since he was.
There's certain players within our squad, isn't there, that you look at and you think you've helped us get to where we are.
Yeah.
Which is basically above your level. I'm thinking Bidwell, Wilson probably, I think, in the past we've had others, dare I say it, Robbins, McFadzean, Kelly, I suppose.
You name all my favourite players.
Yeah. I mean, Latty it's not his fault. He only joined last summer. It looked okay, I think, in front of the back four. But apart from that, he's just been poor, really. He's just been... I was done after Norwich last season when he tried to draw that foul when it was easier to punt the ball upfield or put it out. But
I referenced so much. That to me was the end of Latibodier's Coventry career.
CJ, you just mentioned Wilson there. Do you think, though, if we go up, it'd be a good idea to keep Wilson? I said this last week. It'd be a good idea to keep Wilson with Dovin, and if we sign Rushworth, because of his attitude and his personality in the dressing room.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's third choice, effectively, isn't he?
Yeah.
But would he be happy? Would he be happy with third choice?
I think he sounds like he would be happy. He'd play that Scott Carson role, but quite frankly, it would terrify me him being on the bench and thinking, he might have to come on for an hour against Haaland or João Pedro, or it's just that would genuinely terrify me. But I think he's been there since the League One days. He's done far more than I think he'd ever thought he would do. Before he was with us, he was on the bench in League Two, really. I don't think he could get in that Bradford team that was terrible, like 10 years or so ago. But he was, at the end of the day, he's a great presence to have around. But I think we really, if you could swap him for an old school Prem keeper that's got a lot of experience, that wants to be doing his badges or has already done them, I think we've got to be going down that road. But what I would say, as much as I think it's probably time for him to move on, Bidwell to move on. First game in the Prem, keep him around till then. We're 3-0 at home against Sunderland or Man United or Villa, and you bring them on. You bring Wilson and Bidwell on for 5 minutes at the end, and then they have their goodbye, and then they've made it from League One. Well, but Bidwell's made it from the early days in the Championship. Wilson from League One all the way into the Prem, and that would have been nice to see. And
Jamie Allen
as well,
yeah.
Jamie Allen's done well. I think every time he's come on for us, and he has done well. I mean, even Lampard singled him out on a couple of occasions, saying Jamie Allen was superb, and he was. But obviously, if we go up another level, then he's probably going to struggle. But this is probably
you mentioned favourite goal. This season, probably my favourite goal was his. So.
Yeah. I mean,
right, a few more, and then I'll hand back to you, Ken. UK Vox says, would it be wise to buy a striker in January, or would you leave it until summer? I'm thinking prep for the Prem. Strikers, I reckon, leave it till the summer.
UK Vox's profile picture looks like he's auditioning to be an actor, doesn't he? He looks very.
Either that or as a chief exec. Marco Sullivan says, play a 4-5-1, Rudy centre mid and Simms up top. Well, that's what the 4-3-3 is, isn't it? Basically, with Rudy in the number 10. So, how come Jay Da Silva has never scored for Cov?
Because he hasn't. He don't shoot. Look at him yesterday. He ran into the box with that ball in the first half, and you go, everyone's going, shoot, and he passes it. And you're like, shoot.
Yeah. To be honest, I mean, that's a perfect example. He should have shot there. However, if you're near a shooting position and you've got Efron, Torp, Aji, Asante, Simms, Milan, Tats in and around the box, I'd give it one of them as well and say, you do it, lads. That's the easiest thing to do, isn't it? Do you think we'll go to a back three versus Ipswich? Wonder if Frank was doing a bit of a run, though, yesterday. Well, we did against Pompey, and clearly he's been trialling it, so I'm sure we'll talk more about that on Thursday, so don't forget to tune in 7:30.
Yeah.
I've got an Ipswich fan. Lee's coming on.
Excellent.
My mate Lee, not my mate Lee, but my mate Lee.
Rich T says, stats last week from Jack showed most of our goals have come from the right, so we were struggling without Tats. Well, we were and we weren't. We were because we were poor, but we weren't because we scored 3. Mark Robbins loved using the tired excuse in most interviews. And UK Vox says, I am an actor. I was in Black Knight, international megastar. There you go.
See? Brilliant. What were you in Black Knight, UK Vox? What were you? We have to get you on one day then.
I don't think he was the Black Knight though.
No, I said what was he in Black Knight?
Well,
Right,
perhaps he can come on the show. Yeah, perhaps he can come on the show and explain exactly what he does. Yeah. By all means, send the details in and we can get you on the show. There you go. We have fire, it says.
That quote from his character?
Could be.
You mentioned maybe 3 at the back. The trouble is, Wolfenden's just so off the pace at the minute.
Yeah, did anybody think when he came on yesterday? I thought he looked a bit dodgy, didn't he? He weren't confident enough with the ball, I don't think.
Dodgy? He just didn't have any legs on him. Yeah, and that was a problem at Wrexham the second half. His legs has gone, haven't they? So we've got to be very careful because we get a draw at Ipswich. That's an absolutely fantastic result for us, I think.
He had a good game at Portsmouth though, CJ.
Yeah, give him that.
Yeah,
it's difficult because he's come in and he's got 2 stalwart centre halves that he's effectively got to try and push out the team. And when he came in for the first month or so, we had 6 weeks or so, wasn't it? We had the best defence in the league, I think.
Yeah,
and so it's difficult. It's difficult to push either one of them out. So.
Aren't we the second best defensively in the league, if I'm not mistaken?
Something like that. Maybe we've got to be second, third, haven't we? So,
I think Stokes conceded 14. I think was conceded 18. Is it something like that?
Yeah. We're 18. Stoke 14, and then Middlesbrough and Preston both 19. Yeah. So second.
It's difficult, isn't it? And when he did come in, he wasn't just the only one that came in.
No,
both. Was it both fullbacks? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there was 4 changes, weren't there, for the Wrexham game?
Yeah.
So we were very disjointed, but we've got to give him a chance. We haven't seen, but certainly haven't seen the best of him. We haven't really seen him in action for a long period, have we? So we can't really judge it.
Rob 58 UK's just put up. Wolf needs game time to get up to speed.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I wouldn't play him against Ipswich.
The trouble is when you haven't got many sort of under 21 games or any reserve games to play these players in, then he's just got to rely on sitting on the bench and coming on for 10, 15 minutes, hasn't he?
Mind you, and the problem is as well, his biggest problem is he's got. It's strange in a way, like he's got to. There's no competition there, so effectively, if we played him in a 21s game, and he pulls a hamstring, we're down to 2.
Yeah,
we've got 2 Cal Perry. Yeah, and I think that's part of his problem. If we had another centre half there, maybe they would be playing. One of them would be playing 21 or 21's game each week, and they'd maybe alternate each week to just be getting minutes in their legs. But so it's just unfortunate, really, that it's just is what it is. It's we're as I said, we're bare bones in that department, really.
But he might have a worldie playing against his old club as well. You see, there's that.
But then he might have a stinker. Playing against his old club.
He's going to know them, and they're going to know him.
Yeah, we're in a tricky situation, aren't we? And I think I can imagine the guys who know what they're doing won't overthink it as much as we are. To be honest, they've got the squad of players. They'll just go out and tell them to play. It's 11 men against 11 men, basically.
Yeah.
And I think the way we've been playing and churning out results, we'll probably get something there as well. There's more chance of us winning than Ipswich at the minute, basically, looking at the form book. So I think they'd be confident.
I think the thing is for me is that we've got to go in with the strongest team possible, and I know EMC is going to be out, but if Hadji is back, he's on the bench. If Sakamoto's back, he starts. And then it's then a head scratcher for Frank and his team to say, right, is it Eccles or Radoni? If it was me, I would probably say Radoni, to be fair. But then again, Eccles has had a cracking week, hasn't he? He's had a cracking 3 games. So this is the thing. If you're Frank and the team, who do you choose out of them two? It's really hard. So, yeah.
That's what he gets paid the big bucks for, making them decisions, isn't it? So,
yeah. So, Thomas Desante, we know he's out. Dave Sports said, is EMC out? No, he's not out. He's in. So, it's all about. It's that one position, isn't it? It's that one position that is up for grabs because Sakamoto be fit, and then you've just got to pick that middle of the park.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I just want to touch on Ellis Simms for a minute because we have got some stats and stuff with Jack.
2 secs. There's a lot of noise in the background somewhere. Is that coming from someone?
Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
Oh. I wonder where that was coming from. I thought it was cloudy myself, but anyway, Ellis Simms. Let's talk about Ellis Simms for a couple of minutes because I think he's been outstanding, absolutely outstanding in the last few matches. He's had a lot of stick off fans on this show as well. He's had a lot of stick, and Vicky, she's not here tonight to back him up. She's stuck by him all the way. Fair play, and it's come good. It's come good when he needed to. And he's what 5 goals in the last 3 games, is it? You've got some stats, haven't you, Jack? What you've got there for Ellis Simms?
Yeah, so Claudio mentioned that he scores almost every other game when he starts. I've dived a little bit more into that. So Ellis Simms in his Coventry City career has started for us 68 times, come off the bench 48 times, scored 34 goals and provided 12 assists. Now, when you break that down, you look at just the numbers, 116 games to 34 goals. You think that's about 1 in 3, which is not bad. I then looked at home and away. So home, he scored 15 goals. Away, he scored 18 and 1 at Wembley, counting that as a neutral venue.
Yeah.
So he's slightly better away from home, but he started slightly more games away from home, whether that's just luck or whether that's because he's been preferred away from home to home. That's up for debate. But starting games, so he started 68 games for us. He scored 29. So that's 0.43 goals per game, or a goal every 2 1/3 game, basically. So in 7 games, in 7 starts, he'll score you 3 on average. Off the bench, 48 times, he's only scored 5 goals. Now, 2 of those were this season. Away at Millwall, he's got the 3rd, and away at Sheffield Wednesday, he got either the 3rd or 4th. So the games were already kind of done at that point. He got an additional 1 when we carried on. So his record off the bench is pretty poor, to be fair. Of those 5 goals as well, one of them was against Bristol City in the Cup under Mark Robbins, the second game of last season. So basically, he's averaging 0.1 goals a game, or 1 in 10 when he comes off the bench. So when he comes off the bench, he's not really offering a lot. Like I say, other than the 2 times he's come off when we're already walking a game this season. So basically, if you start him, he'll probably score you, well, like I say, 3 and 7, or maybe 1 every other game. Obviously, 5 in 3 at the moment is brilliant. That's not going to keep up for the whole season, obviously. We all hope it does. But he's clearly good enough at this level, the stats say. And I know people will say, oh, yeah, but 3 against Rotherham, who were awful, and 3 against Maidstone. Yeah, but, you've still got to be there to score them. You've still got to do what you've got to do to score a goal. It's not just fallen on a plate and hit him and gone in, has it? By accident. He still had some involvement and creativity in those goals. He's still got to be there and scored them. So very good. And also, I read somewhere on Twitter, I haven't had time to look at the specific stats, but he scores far more headed goals than any other type of goal. So maybe I'll look at that and see what the breakdown of his left foot, right foot, and heads are for midweek.
Well, the two goals
were in our division, so it's a hat trick against a championship club. Yeah. You can't pick and choose and say, "Oh, well, they got relegated." There's other teams that couldn't score 3 goals, or players couldn't score 3 goals against Rotherham. So,
and he also scored 2 against Wolves and 1 against Man United at Wembley. So
they outweigh that, then, don't they? So,
yeah.
Well, those 2 goals against Middlesbrough on Tuesday were outstanding. I thought it was the first one. He passed it in the net, didn't he? The way it was just incredible. CJ, would you? Okay, scenario. Hadji Wright coming back, obviously. You've got to stick with Simms, haven't you? Surely.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Stick with him. At the end of the day, it's not Wright's fault he got injured, but ultimately it's one of them. It's tough luck, really. You get injured and somebody's come in and done very well for starting, and as Jack said, those stats will be probably well known to Lampard and Edwards. So ultimately they'll look at that and say, well, he's better starting anyway. So it doesn't make any sense they're not starting.
Where would you say his weak point is with Simms then?
Confidence.
Yeah. Confidence player, isn't he? Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
You can tell his body language.
Yeah, if he's struggling, if something hits his confidence, his
body language. I mean, you can tell him when he scores, he's not sure how to celebrate, is he? Sometimes
you can tell he came through with the players he came through with. There's that picture of him sat there with Cole Palmer and I can't remember the other one was at City.
Yeah.
But you look at the players that were in his age group, the age above and the age below. Typically, they kind of more often than not they kind of work together in some way.
Yeah.
And you look how he was kept on for quite a long time. It does say a lot about his abilities and his talent.
Yeah. Well, I say Vicky's not here to defend him tonight, but I'm sure she agrees with everything you say there. Miles, for you, no brainer, isn't it? Simms for Hadji?
Yeah, I think the turning point for me with Simms this season is, and I keep saying it week in, week out, was the Portsmouth game. I think that was the turning point for him. Frank Lampard dropped him before. Hadji Wright was dropped for that game because apparently he was still jet lagged, and Simms came in and did a great job. And I think since he's done that game, he's grown in confidence, because I think the turning point was because of the way he behaved on the pitch throughout that for the 90 minutes was absolutely brilliant. Bossed players off the ball, and I think that gave him the confidence. And one of the best things I think I've seen for Simms, which is great, was the City Unseen. I watched it last Thursday after the show. Yeah. And Frank Lampard put his arm around him, and you heard Frank say to him, "I'm proud of you."
Yeah.
And that is just brilliant to have your coach do that for you, to come up to you, put your arm around you, and say to you, "I'm proud of you." Shows what he has done. Yes, there's been a lot of us on here that have criticised him over some of his performances before. I've been one of them. And the only criticism we give is because he is a bit quiet, and he was a bit quiet. He wasn't putting his body weight in on things. He was a bit lethargic at times, a bit like Hadji is. He frustrates me because there's not enough energy there. But since he came in that game, he has really taken this opportunity, and to have Frank to say that to you is just shows how much effort Simms is putting in, and the last few games has just been brilliant. And you can't drop him. You can't drop him now. that would knock. CJ's just said he's a confident person. You imagine being Simms and saying, "Right, you ain't playing this week. Hadji's coming back in because he's fit." You go, "Huh? Hold on a minute. I've just bagged you. What is it? 9 goals in 6 games he's scored. I think. Is that right? Am I right there? Is it 9 in 6?
He scored 5
9
in
in 6.
3. Yeah, or 5 in the last 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's you've got to start him. You have to start him because I tell you why. Because I watched Ipswich on Friday. Cheryl went out, so I managed to be able to watch a Friday night game. It was great, and Ipswich were scared of anyone running at them or getting in behind them. Oxford had a game plan. Oxford played quite narrow, I thought, Friday. They were long ball and then trying to get their forwards in behind. And I think with Simms on Saturday, I know we're going to talk more on Thursday, I think he will scare Ipswich. Yeah. He will scare them. And I think you can't drop him. You can't drop him, no. No, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And fair play to him. And do you know what? I'm proud of you, Ellis Simms.
Yeah, well. I think we all are. And certainly Vicky's certainly proud of it all the time. And she's away. She's been away at Butlins weekend, hasn't she? This weekend, so she's been keeping up to date with all the news there because obviously Ellis Simms got the man of the match up in the lounges, and you've probably seen that video on our social media as well. So he got a rousing applause. Well, as soon as he came in the room, everybody was up clapping and cheering. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Claudio, you've been a critic of Mr. Simms in the past, haven't you?
I think you should drop him and play a false number 9. Well, let's be honest. I think we can call out players when they're not playing well and they're not doing what they should be doing. And and at times he's been all over the shop as well as Wright and as well as Asante as well last season. So we're all fans. Yeah. We know when there's good performances. We can't just sit here blindly saying, all our team is fantastic when they're not. But currently, he's on fire, isn't he? He's doing what well, isn't he just doing what he should be doing as a centre forward? The bare minimum. Now he's getting goals as well. And it was good to see 2 of the challenges he put in yesterday as well, where he chased the ball down. He's got such long legs. He should be able to win balls quite easily off defenders. It's almost like he's afraid to use his body weight sometimes. He's like, you feel like saying, Ellis, do you realise how big you are? Yeah. If you ever stood next to him, he's huge, absolutely huge.
Defenders must be like scared of playing against him. Really, they should be the size of him. Because
I can imagine if he ran into you, you'd know about it.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And he did that more than 2 or 3 times in the last few games, where he's made defenders know he's there, basically. And the goal from the corner, brilliant. The way he hung there, lovely glancing header. And he's done that several times. That you can do that. So, and also the goal he scored. Yeah, the goal he scored on the rebound, the follow up, brilliant.
Oh yeah,
that's exactly what he should be doing.
The right place at the right time, isn't it? And as we know, he can score spectacular goals as well, like he did on Tuesday.
Well, the Tuesday goal was ridiculous. I mean,
that was absolutely unbelievable.
And also, this is nothing to do with Ellis Simms. I watched extensive highlights of all the games yesterday, and we keep getting told about this championship. Oh, it's the week every season. It's weaker than the season before for some reason, and it's not, because I watched all the games yesterday, and there was some incredible football being played in the championship. Some absolutely brilliant goals throughout all the games, and I'm thinking, we are top of this pile. In fact, we got first and second. There should be a gap between first and second, like an extra spot where there's no team in there, because that's how the golf is at the minute. It should be like second and then 1B and then first. Because it's a massive golf, isn't it, at the minute? I think we're top of this tree. We're top of this group of teams. This division isn't weak whatsoever. Just because Leicester are having a mare, Ipswich have had a mare, Southampton have had a mare as well so far, doesn't mean it's a poor league. It just means we're better organised for the first 18 matches than anybody else in this league. and we're getting the results. You should be really proud of this team.
I think Claudio. I think a lot of the pundits and this is one thing that I sometimes gets on my nerves about the mainstream media is they are so tied up in the bigger teams. You know, they are so tied up with them. Like, oh, it's just, you know, it's Leicester or it's Southampton and it's Ipswich. They've come down from the Premier League. They've got the parachute payments. They've got millions of pounds worth of players on the pitch. And it's like, they're just tied up in it all. They're like, well, they should be up there. And that's why some of these, not all of them, because I'll tell you now, we've had some great praises off a lot of pundits. But some of them, you know, are thinking that we shouldn't be up there. We're thinking we shouldn't be up there as fans. I still can't believe we're still up there. But when you look at it, it is close. It's tight below. It's really tight. Is it fourth, fifth, and sixth, all on 25 points? Are they all on the same points? I mean, look how tight that is. But then you look at it and you go, hold on a minute, but we're 16 points clear of Ipswich. And they're only eighth. They're eighth. And we're 16 points clear of Ipswich. It's ridiculous. And if, you know, and that's the problem with some pundits. They get tied up with all these, oh, well, they should be up there because they've had all these parachute payments. Why should they be up there because they've had all the parachute payments? Why can't it be someone like Middlesbrough, Stoke, Millwall, us, knocking on the door of the Premier League? Why can't it be us? Why has it got to be always the parachute payment teams? Why can't it be someone like us? Like when Leicester won the Premier League. No one thought that would ever happen. Flipping brilliant. When Blackburn won the Premier League. Flipping brilliant. You know, someone different. So why can't it be someone different in the Championship? Why has it got to be always the three that get relegated that are up there? Yeah. You know? And that's the problem with mainstream media. It's pants sometimes. Not all of them. As I say, not all of them. Some of them have really praised us. They can't say enough about us. You know, and it's. I just wish that we could have a little bit more praise off a few mainstream media. I do, because we deserve it. We're not there by chance. We've lost one game all season. We lost one game all season. Look what happened last time when we lost one game this early in the season. We went on and won League One. Yeah. So,
well, and also when we were being told, let's see how they respond when they lose a game. Well, we're showing you what happens. We win the next 5.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
CJ, you've got some stats here.
Yeah. So this is the goals from each 46 game season. So the League One winning season, I haven't included that because it was curtailed and it wouldn't have been 46 games anyway, would it? It would have been 44. So, so effectively it's just goals and points and when we've matched them or beaten them. So, we've done that in basically a week. We've matched in over the past week or beaten those at, you know, our final total. I think our record goals total was 108 back in 31-32. So I think, you know, but that's I think we're going to be possibly, you know, we're at the moment we're on course for 128. So so I mean, there's not too many people that are around that saw us play back then. So I mean, there's only probably you know, Claudio, maybe you
Claudio,
back then, weren't you, Claudio? Yeah. So or you probably feel like you are. But yeah, like I say, it's just remarkable, really, that and that over the next few weeks is going to be adding more and more green to that spreadsheet. Yeah, and I think as it stands at the moment, Blues at home will, the 4th of January?
Yeah, early January.
If we're carrying on our current goal rate, we would
win the league.
Yeah, we would have matched every single goals total since we got relegated out of the Premier League.
Wow.
In the first weekend in January.
That's incredible, isn't it? Really.
That brings it home, like how how well we're doing up top. And as you said, we're what, second or third best defence in the league.
Record-breaking season, isn't it?
Yeah. Points wise, it's probably going to be maybe if we carry on the current points per game, I think we're looking at I think it's like the first weekend in February, we match all of those points.
Yeah.
For every season we've had since the Premier League.
Well,
we're doing pretty well.
You are talking about us, aren't you?
What was that? Sorry,
we're talking about.
You are talking about us.
Remarkable, really.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. We're going to go back to the comments in a minute. We just remind you we have got a competition running. If you know that player, just get your comments in.
Can I just clarify that someone's actually taking note of this? Because, like I say, I don't know who it is, so I can't tell you who's winning.
Right. Okay. No problem. We'll keep an eye on it. Yeah. I don't know if I can't see too many answers in there, to be honest. But anyway, if you know that player, get your name in before the end of the show. We'll put in a draw and see if you can win a mug. Okay, right. We've got some more comments to catch up on.
Yes, Emerald Gamer says I'd be happy also as we don't lose the 2 Ipswich games. It's probably going to be smooth sailing from them with the odd freak result. Very confident there. What one player would you hate to lose to injury at the moment, says Dave? I would give honourable mentions to Grimes and Thomas, but for me, the standout player is EMC. I feel like with EMC, we've got players that could cover that position. There are others that, like if we lost Simms right now, that would be a problem. If we had all 3 strikers fit, that wouldn't really be a problem. So,
Rushworth.
Yeah, De Silva maybe, because neither left
or
back
De Silva
could be good enough cover.
Yeah.
Grimes, you lose the whole structure of our midfield. Another one. So.
Yeah.
Mark Rainbow says Frank's team ethos this season has been to play his strongest side possible in the league. I think part of his every game is there to be won, and draws aren't good enough. Well, we don't tend to draw, do we? We've drawn 4, and we haven't drawn in 12, 13 games. So that says it all.
No, we haven't.
Nick from Birmingham says Wright has eyeballs on one thing this season, the World Cup finals.
Well, he can't have because he ain't playing very well.
He's not playing
the squad.
To do that, you've got to play well, haven't you? And,
you've got to play well. You've got to be fit, and you've got to get in the team.
Robert Hill says, how do you think this team would get on if we were in the Prem this year? Do you think they would manage to survive? Also, I hope we don't do a Luton if we go up, maybe thinking too far into the future. Maybe you are. How would we be getting on in the Premier League, do you think? Would we be in the relegation zone with the current set of players we've got?
Well, how many
I think we'd have more points than Wolves.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, how many of the players in that team at the moment would start your Premier League team in the Premier League?
I don't want to start being negative because the answer's about 3 at most.
3 or 4, maybe.
It's not even that. It might only be 1 or 2. Rushworth would be 1. Grimes would probably be 1.
Radoni?
A fully fit Radoni, but not Radoni of Saturday.
Yeah. Well, obviously he's just coming back from.
It's too hard to answer.
You can't answer that now, anyway. If we
9.
talk about that in May.
9.
No.
9.
If we start 9 out of that starting 11 that started on Saturday, mate, we'll have less points than Wolves.
No, it wouldn't. How'd you work that one out?
See, that's the problem Luton did. Luton didn't invest much money. They sort of kept the same squad, didn't they, and played in the Premier League and didn't really change much.
But also, they were the best of the 3 teams that year.
They were, but obviously they got found out when they went up, didn't they? They weren't quite good enough for that level, and they come straight back down again. But
so you're telling me you could only pick 3, so you're not picking EMC, you're not picking Victor Torp, you're not picking Sakamoto.
Well, Sakamoto.
You're not picking Milan.
Milan would.
There's 4. You're not picking Simms. There's 5.
No, Simms is not starting in the Premier.
Rushworth 6.
That's not 6.
Yes, it is. Rushworth 6.
Rushworth, Grimes, Milan, Tats. That's it.
No, EMC.
No.
Torp.
No.
What?
Torp's got to be a consideration, surely.
They'd be brilliant squad players.
Nah, you ain't all there, mate. Torp.
Hold on. If you're looking at staying up, if you're
tear it up in the Premier League.
If you're looking at staying up in the Premier League, they need to be squad players. Torp to be what Jamie Allen is now if we're in the Premier League.
No.
What would you say, CJ?
Torp's Premier League quality, mate.
Well, how many would you say, CJ?
Talk about Torp.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I know he effectively replaced someone, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was 6 months too late, but he replaced someone. And 22-23 Hamer, Torp gets in ahead of him the way he's playing.
Yeah.
But
He's
I think
Premier League, CJ. Come on.
When you look at our starting 11, Rushworth he gets in. Ironically, possibly Dovin does as well. But I think the one that I think most teams would want of this current 20, and I'm not saying like Man City are going to have him back, but I think they'd take Simms. But I think
you mean?
Well, no. I think he started. This is what I was saying. He started at Man City, didn't he? I'm not saying he goes back to Man City, but I'd say quite a few teams I think would look at him and say, "Oh, there's something there." Right, possibly. I don't think any of the defence would, aside from Milan. Yeah. I think Jada Silva's probably one of the most talented footballers we've got, but he's played a lot of championship games, and he started out at Chelsea. You look at his height, you look at his size. I just don't think it would work for him. I really don't. And I think there's a reason why he's played that many championship games, as opposed to League One or the Prem. If you get what I mean, he's in that. He's in the what zone would you say? The John Ruddy zone, maybe. Far too good for the Championship, but not quite there at Prem. And then the other one you mentioned, and the guy that I think has completely transformed it, said it before, first time in my lifetime where we've signed the best player in his position in the league, and that we're currently in. Yeah, and that's Grimes, but there's a reason why he's 30 and he's played that many championship games. So why hasn't he ever made that step up? Why hasn't anybody ever come in from him? So it's not like he's from Swansea. So ultimately, he's been. There's just something there when I'm thinking, is he really? He's the best at what he is in the Championship, but is that going to translate to the Prem? But
he's never been given the chance. He's never been given.
No,
he
hasn't. No, he hasn't. But there's very few there, I think, that you would say would start 38 games in the Premier League.
Yeah.
There's a good few that would start 10 to 15. I mean, look, Wolfenden started 15 games he played last season
in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I'll tell you one thing we can agree on, and it's we'll find out in August.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
Well, interesting you said that because Sunderland are doing really well.
Spent a lot of money, 200 million.
And how many players? They got rid of a lot of players, didn't they? They've only got a few from when we played them in that semi-final.
The first game of the season, they had 3 starters from the semi-final squad.
Ipswich spent 120 million.
Yeah. We have to spend money if we go up, and I'm afraid some of the players, they'll get a pay rise and then they won't get rid of them straight away because they can't afford to, but they'll be on the bench. They'll be part of the big massive squad, won't they? Which is not a bad thing, is it? But when you look at some of the sort of the mid-table Premier League teams, they've got some ridiculously good players playing for them. even like Everton. I mean, they've got England's keeper, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? There's some cracking players in that Premier League playing for teams in the lower. Wolves have actually got some good players. They just can't, for some reason, forgotten how to play football this season. It's interesting.
Yeah, but if we sign Rushworth and we go up, we're going to have England's number one.
Well, we could have. It'd be. I mean, let's put it this way. I'd love to find out.
We will find out in August.
Yeah. Well, we're all pretty confident that will happen. So we'll leave that there. But it'd be interesting to go back to that in August and see what happens. But we've got a few more comments to catch up on, Jack.
Yeah, we know Simms is quite mild-mannered, but you could forgive him being livid if he got dropped for right now. Right now. Yep. Well said, Miles. That placed a tear in my eye because I feel really proud of Ellis too. An honest guy, and he has worked hard. Love the fact he scored brilliant goals too, says Nicholas James. This last week feels like someone has sat down with Ellis and played a video of Cyril's golden greats. 40 said, I thought at some point we would do well to get the 90 points. Now I'm thinking we could easily do 100. All the big teams have come to us in the second half of the season. Exactly. I mentioned that with our favourable run second half of the season. I wouldn't start Hadji unless Simms goes out of form or gets injured. We badly missed Tats yesterday. I would have played KKH at right back or right wing, Rudy in the number 10.
Yeah.
Simms' first goal on Saturday reminded me of my days watching Dion Dublin. I wonder how much impact is keeping the squad together and not throwing money at the squad in the transfer window will have on the league. It amazes me how a club like Norwich can spend 50 million and are 23rd. And Nicholas James says, the point is we will be automatically promoted this season because we are a team. The boys would run through walls for each other. The belief around the club just grows and grows. Rich T says, I like your rants, Miles, full of passion and love for our club. Brian Tully says, I agree with Miles. Torp would be brilliant in the Prem. There's lots of comments coming in saying Torp would be really, really good in the Prem.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope, I think he'd be all right in the Prem. I don't think he'd be a world beater, but I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he goes and scores 10 goals in the Premier League next season for us.
Well, so some players do go up a level, don't they? You don't know sometimes until you try it.
I think 6 of the team would be good for the Premier League, says Mandeep Singh. People are saying less because we have no superstars, no glamour players, so we're being underestimated. Maybe that is the case, but we won't know until August, will we? I think Frank would keep a lot of this team, or give a lot of this team a chance. I agree with Miles. He'd maybe add 4 players with Premier League experience. You'd have to add more. You only had 4, and that's it. Yeah, I mean, maybe 4 to the starting 11, but it would have to be more to the squad.
Yeah,
I think it has to be 3 or 4 in January to make sure we make it. Is it stick or twist?
Sunderland signing Xhaka was a brilliant move. You know, he's their equivalent of our Grimes in the Championship. See, that's another level, isn't it? Basically,
yeah.
This is the guy who sat in Arsenal's midfield for 2 or 3 seasons. You know, it's that's what we're looking at. I can't please go up. Imagine the kind of players you might bring in with Frank Lampard at the helm and Edwards. You know, this is what you'll be looking at. But they won't be looking at that, I think, unless we get promoted. I'll be amazed if they do something amazing in the transfer window.
There will be something happening in January.
Yeah. So, I think at least two, maybe more.
Oh, you and your least 2. It's always at least 2.
Yeah, I know. It's always is.
Listen, at least 2.
Listen,
I was
speaking to somebody a couple of months ago who works at the club. No, who works at the club. I had a little conversation with this person, and I thought, yeah, you're winding me up here, right? Anyway, part of the conversation started off, right, because I said, "Oh, it's a great start to the season," and this bloke, he was stood next to me, and he goes,
"Narrows it down."
Right, he goes, "I'm not going to give it away. I can't." And he goes, he said to me, he says, the aim of this club now is to go up automatic. Doug doesn't want playoffs. They want to go up in the automatics. Anyway, and I said, Oh, right. Okay. That's great. I'm happy with that because that saved me ticket and going to Wembley again. You know what I mean? And he says, yeah. And he says, if we're up there come January, things are going to move, and things are already in place to come in January.
Right.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me if Frank's got 2 or 3 players lined up already.
It's not Frank. It's the whole team. It's the whole team, the whole club. There's things lined up. There's things ready. There's things ready and ticking and ready to move. If we're there, if
I'm
we're still
thinking
there,
loans to obligation.
Maybe. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
But there's things on the horizon because if we're there, still there at Christmas, you watch January.
Well,
I'm only going to Wembley once this season because I don't want to.
As Jack's already said, that we will be there at Christmas anyway.
Yeah, but I don't want. I'm going to Wembley once this season, and that's in 2 weeks' time because I don't want to cut run. I'm working at Wembley in 2 weeks' time. That's the last time I want to go this season.
DJing in one of the toilets.
No, no, I'm not DJing. No, me proper job.
Right,
well, my second job, me DJ. Yeah, well, whatever, whichever way around you want to do it. I don't know. Go on, sorry, comments, go on, because we're nearly at the end of the show. Thank God.
Yeah. There's not a lot. There's people just giving their opinions on who would start into the Premier League. Paul Cuttaford said 85% of the current squad are not Prem quality. And there you go. Brian Tully says we won't be as bad as Forest signing 30 players.
Oh, God, yeah, remember that?
Yeah, Ice Chips doesn't think Brighton will sell Rushworth. Well, if he's having an unbelievable season, I wouldn't want to sell him either.
He's got 1 year left.
Well, exactly. You know,
I was speaking to his agent. I was speaking to his agent on Saturday.
Oh, were you? Where was that?
Well, you know where I was. So he's got a year left. He's got a year left. He's got the option to having that. I don't think he wants to take the extra year. So the chances are he'll go in the summer
on a free to us.
See, so
and did he introduce himself? Did he introduce himself as his agent to you?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't know if you thought I was, but he
probably thought you were an agent.
Yeah, I thought I might buy him, get him doing my lawns and that and stuff like that on match days, so nobody else can have him. He no, basically he's got the option for another year after the last year, but I don't think he's going to take that up. Is what he's saying. He wants to move because he wants to play, basically. And if we go up, I think we would be the first option. Basically, is pretty much
to
what
be fair,
said.
Brighton could come to him and say, "Look, we're getting rid of keeper number 1, whoever that is at the moment. Here's a 5-year deal. Here's double your wages. You're our number 1." Of course, he'd sign it. Of course, he would.
But that ain't going to happen, I don't think. And he did confirm that Doug put in a $5 million plus bid for him in the summer, and they didn't want to budge. So, which is quite by our owner, that's quite a thing to do, is to spend $5 million on a keeper. You know, I think that's that shows you the intent that Miles is talking about.
Yeah.
Ice Chips reckons 4 in January. Wow.
Oh, I love that name, Ice Chips. That's brilliant. Ice Chips.
Dave Sports Photo said it's the bloke that sells the programs.
No. Nope.
Right, we're almost there on comments. There's quite a lot of still coming in, to be honest. But
can I just mention this guy here because Mr. Kent gave a nice comment on about Vicky, saying how she should replace what's her name, Lorna Bailey on CWR.
Oh, I've seen that, yeah.
Yes, Mr. James Kent. I know him. He's a good guy.
Yeah, it was a nice comment. Just a couple of things. I don't know if you're all aware, but we're top of the league.
Yeah. There needs to be a bigger gap between us and Middlesbrough on that table.
It's just, it just doesn't seem right, does it? When you look at those figures there. And And also, we're top of the attendance league as well.
Yeah, attendance league, which is fantastic, isn't it?
There you go, which is
when
great.
you look at all them so good big clubs behind us.
Yeah,
we're at the top. Yeah.
I
also,
want to give it.
Sorry, I'm just going to go for the coach travel while I'm up here. Coach travel provider, bigtravel.co.uk for you away games. We've got 2 away games coming up, so get your bookings in for your coaches.
CCFCtravel.co.uk.
And also home parking as well for the home games. Coventryparking.co.uk with all the prices, etc. etc. What else we got? Is this you, Miles, with the 80s party?
Oh yeah, Christmas party. 20th of December, 80s Christmas party. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be great. You don't want to miss it. And there's karaoke after the Bristol City game. So come and celebrate for the karaoke night. Can I just give a shout out, please? Can I do this? I've got to give a shout out to Neil Jacks.
I was just about to bring them up. What are these?
Yeah. So Neil, he came to see me yesterday when I was DJing, and he had this box. He says, I've bought you a little present. And he brought this along for me. It's brilliant. It's a little Sakamoto. He's not had a good week this week, bless him. And he was sat at home and he thought, I'm going to do something. And he made me that little model. And look, here he is. Look at that. My little Sakamoto. Just for me. He made it for me. Isn't it brilliant? It's cracking, isn't it? It's brilliant. Is it life size? Nearly. But it's going to go up here. It's going to go up here next to Sky Blue Sam and me Funko Pop Sakamoto, and then me Sakamoto kit frame, and then me Sakamoto picture. But I thought it was lovely of him. So thank you very much, Neil. It made my day. Absolutely did. And it's absolutely brilliant. And everyone I've showed it to were amazed. People were coming up and saying, what's that? What's that? I was just standing with it and everyone was coming up. What's that? I said, this chap's just made it, man. It's brilliant. So thank you, Neil. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you.
Okay. Just a reminder of this charity run from Millwall to the CBS Arena in January. It's all for a good cause. You can go onto their website, etc. All details for raising money for a great cause. The 2 lads are running from Millwall Football Club to the CBS Arena to raise funds. So it's all for a fantastic cause there. Also, remember this? Well, we know all this. CJ.
Ian Wallace.
CJ, remember Ian Wallace? What's your memories of Ian Wallace?
Walking on the pitch at Legends Day, I suppose. My dad telling me about him.
Yeah, fantastic player. I remember seeing him play a few times. I'm sure Claudio does as well. He was up in the lounges on Saturday.
Sat behind me.
Was he? Oh, you had a chat with him, did you?
Yeah.
He was with Datters as well. Look, they got in on the photo.
I did say to him, I thought, because he used to be partnered with Mick Ferguson. Mick Ferguson, him and Ellis Simms are very similar as players, to be honest. Very similar. Similar sort of striker.
Yeah, I agree. They probably are. Yeah.
So there's been comparisons with Dublin with some of his goals, but that goal midweek, it's Whelan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a sort of
Whelan all over it.
All over it. You're right there.
Just
fantastic.
Brilliant.
How many goals? How many goals did Whelan score like that?
Oh,
and yeah,
loads.
Yeah, we've got somebody that's doing it now. So.
Is that the latest one, Jack?
Yes, that is indeed. So that's the current.
How are you? How have you took over me? At top.
I got 3. I got 3 goals right this weekend. You said 16 or whatever you said. So I got an extra point. So I'm just edged it ahead again. I'm nearly at 50 points. Like Cover got 50 goals.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Miles, you're doing right. How is it down in the deep end?
Right,
hey, I'm catching up.
You are.
I was predicting. Listen, I was predicting we were going to lose every week, weren't I? Until we did. Yeah. So I did it for the good of the club.
Yeah,
excellent.
So I don't care. If I finish bottom and we finish top, I don't care. Even this league, I don't care. But I ain't even picked us in the top 6.
We're nowhere to be seen with Miles' league there. Nowhere to be seen.
You can see the madness in the method now.
Absolutely nowhere to be seen. Well, hopefully Ipswich won't be there at the top. We'll be hopefully there. Is there any more comments to finish up on, or any other business anybody wants to add on?
There's just a couple. Dave's saying too many players in January would disrupt the unity of the squad. Gabs de Legrand says Wallace and Ferguson were quality, and Mark Rainbow says Ian Wallace scored an overhead kick in the first ever game I went to at Highfield Road.
Mm.
There you go.
Yeah, fantastic striker Ian Wallace was. We'll be back Thursday, Miles. What we got on Thursday? We're going to have Ipswich fan.
Yes, so I've got my mate Lee, not that my mate Lee, my mate Lee. So my mate Lee from Ipswich is coming on, and he's going to give us the lowdown. But he can't come on until 9 o'clock because he's working till 8:30. He's going to join us at 9 o'clock. Great lad. And we're going to talk all about the Ipswich game and which pubs to go drinking in. Because we will be down there early Saturday morning, and there are loads of drinking places to go that away fans are allowed to go in, so you can come and meet up with us all. And we'll be just talking about that, to be honest, and hoping for 3 points again on Saturday.
We had a fantastic time there last year, didn't we, at Ipswich, when we stopped the weekend, if you remember?
Yeah, we're stopping again this weekend, so it's going to be cracking. Yeah. And at night, where we're going, there's a Coventry band going to be playing. So, couldn't have timed it even better.
Okay. Competition tonight was this man here. We want to know who he was. Claudio? Who is it?
It's Kevin Richardson.
It is Kevin Richardson.
But we're going to have to go through the answers to check and do the draw another time.
Oh, well, there's too many, was there?
Well, no,
you didn't tell us to write it down.
Yeah, I thought somebody would be writing it down. Vicky normally does it. Bless her.
Didn't ask us.
I've had issues all night here.
I shouldn't have to ask you. I can't say. If you've got a brain, you do it.
It's your competition, Ken. You should have done it.
I'll host that. I'll write the answers down as well. Yeah.
Okay. I think there was about 6 or 7 correct answers. We'll go through the comments.
There's way more. There's way more.
Is there way more than that? Is there? Yeah. I know there was a few in there, so we'll go.
Okay. Well, we'll get the answers together, and then we'll announce the winner on Thursday. Actually, couldn't we?
There you go.
Or shall I just pick one?
No, We'll do it properly. We'll announce the winner on Thursday.
Yeah, we will. We'll announce it on Thursday.
So that's,
when you're working, yeah.
I'm working, so I'll leave that. I'm sure you'll remember to do that, won't you?
No.
Right, that's about it then, I think. Thank you very much, CJ, for joining us tonight, as always.
No problem, anytime.
And hopefully the Sky Blues will remain sky high throughout the season. Thank you, Jack, as normal.
No worries.
And thank you, Claudio, for your expertise.
Don't know about that.
Your croaky voice. And thank you, Miles, for your comments and your you're showing off your well, you got somewhere to put on.
Yeah, he's going up here.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah, we're top of the league, by the way.
We are top of the league. Yeah. Yeah. Don't have to keep saying it. We know no one's going to take us over at the moment. Yeah. Sky High, Sky Blues continue at Portman Road on Saturday. Will be our next live show Thursday. We'll be discussing that. We'll have an Ipswich fan, and we'll be discussing that in more detail on Thursday night, 7:30. So join us then. Thank you very much. It's a big good night and play up Sky Blues.
Play up Sky Blues.
Play up Sky Blues.
Sky Blues.